Hey, I know we haven't talked in a while. There's a lot of things going on that I've been doing. I have gotten a new bedroom. I've gotten new equipment for my cameras and stuff. Um, a really big reason that we haven't really posted anything yet is due to scheduling complications with some of my actors, and that leads to a lot of interesting things that we have to overcome, specifically because a lot of the actors have jobs now, so I have to work through that. But today I am just going to be going over my equipment and the things that I use to film and record. And yeah, we're gonna have a great time. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about some of the in-between stuff as well that's been going on. So first, I have my camera. This camera is a Canon EOS Rebel T6. It is just another basic Canon camera for about $500. My mother got this when she wanted to get into photography, taking nice family photos. But she never ended up using it, so she was about to sell it, and I picked it up, and I was like, hey, I could use this, I make films, and she was like, okay, go ahead. I have a additional zoom lens. I have an additional zoom lens that it comes with, and I don't really use it that much, but it's pretty baller. Like, there's a long zoom range on this thing. It's nice. Of course, you have to charge the batteries every few hours because they don't really have a long battery life, and I don't have a second battery. Now, recently, I have acquired a tripod, so there's no more, like, only shaky hand camera things as much as we try to keep it steady. Standing there for half an hour trying to hold it like this is kind of difficult. So we got something to counteract that. We got the tripod. And I'm using it right now to hold my phone while it's recording this, so I can't really show you guys. But on top of that, I also came into contact with a microphone. This is a Takstar SGC 598 microphone with a windsock on it, and I haven't gotten the chance to use it yet because I don't have a cord attachment for it, because it comes with this 3.5 millimeter kind of aux cord, and it does not fit with anything onto the camera because the camera has a micro USB attachment, so I need to get a micro USB to 3.5 millimeter aux cable adapter for it before I can use the microphone. But I already ordered the cord on Amazon, and it's simple to use. You have a top part of your camera like that. All you have to do is slip, click, boom. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I haven't clicked it in all the way. I don't feel like having to deal with it, but it's like, whoa, it's pretty cool. I haven't got a chance to use it yet, but it's going to be cool. I just know it. It looks really cool when it's all set up. Something you don't really think of that much is a way to get your footage on to the computer to edit it. And what I use for that is this rinky-dink setup, right? I have this USB to SD card adapter, and I use a MacBook for editing, so since it's not a C plug, I have this adapter right here that is USB female to C plug male, and all you gotta do is plug it in like that. I got the adapter for like $7 at Walmart, and my friend Ethan had the actual USB to SD card plug. I got the tripod and the microphone for Christmas, so I don't really know how much they cost, but I'm sure it was pretty meaty. What I use to do my editing with is my MacBook. This is the school issued MacBook, so don't tell them I'm using this. But I plug the little goober into the side of the MacBook, the little file pops up, and I can just select it, and everything's golden, right? It comes up, and I've acquired a new app for editing. I use Premiere Pro now. I used to use iMovie because I didn't have a camera and everything was already on my phone, so it was really easy to just do that. Then I started using the camera, and I still didn't have a means of editing on my MacBook, so I ended up just doing this long process where Ethan would use the goober, email every individual little piece of footage to my email, and I would have to go in one by one and try to download all of them, and it was such a mess, and it took so long to do, and I would never do that again. It was so bad. But the reason I can do it on my MacBook now is I have joined a photography class that my high school offers, and for this photography class you need to have Photoshop, so they give you free Photoshop, and it's really amazing because the Adobe account matches to all the Adobe products, so I was able to get Premiere Pro for free. So I'm gonna have to do that next year. I'm a junior in high school right now, so I'm gonna have to do that next year too, so that I can keep my Premiere Pro going on at least until then, you know. Hopefully I'll get a job. I've been trying to get a job so that I can pay for equipment, or after my senior year's over and I've graduated, I can pay for Premiere Pro myself, which is expensive. I know it's pretty expensive, so I'm lucky to have the ability to have it for free as of right now. And it may be a little bit of embezzlement, but I don't consider that because they're not giving me money for me to spend, right? I'm using my resources that I'm given on another thing. But yeah, no, that's basically all my equipment so far. I had a ring light that I could use for lighting and stuff, but it's broken now. The whole, the light itself is ripped off the stand it was on, so I can't use that. But yeah, no, I designed this room to have pretty decent lighting. In my photography class, they're teaching me how to set up shots, they're teaching me about color grading, they're teaching me about all this stuff that I wouldn't have known if I hadn't taken the class. So I'm a very lucky individual to have all this resource basically handed to me because I go to high school and have, you know, all this stuff handed to me. I am really very lucky to have all of this opportunity, and I'm lucky to have friends that help me out with this. I'm lucky to have just my family who also support me in my choice of career path, buying me pieces of equipment like a tripod or a microphone. And I'm overall just a super lucky individual. And you know, our short film, the World War II one, My Friend on the Field, has reached 1,100 views. That's insane. I get happy over 100. Imagine how I felt about that 1,100, dude. I did notice a recurring theme that the short that I posted about the sneak peek of the World War II thing also got 1,500 views. So I'm thinking that it is the World War II tag that really gets people. So maybe you can expect another World War II short coming up. I have been thinking about it because I was super disappointed in the way the World War II short came out. I like to talk about it, but it's personal preference. To me, the whole thing felt sloppy. The editing was sloppy. You could see the mistakes. Even Ethan points out that so much of like the editing is just it's not there, right? The shots going over our heads when we're trying to duck and hide, it's not convincing. And the infamous explosion scene, right? When we're walking down that hill and he's saying, "Basti, you really think they're gonna be there?" And I'm going, "I don't know." And then I blow up in a fiery explosion with dirt shooting everywhere. Yeah, no, it was bad. Alright, the way I did that was when I was still using iMovie. And I shouldn't have done this, but I was editing with earbuds in, and the earbuds had this delay in audio. So, whenever I was listening to it with the earbuds in, the sound was just amazing. It was perfect, right? But whenever I posted it, I should have taken the earbuds out. Whenever I posted it and I was listening to it, it was all off, right? I heard like mistakes where I should have been able to cut it out. All the shots were off with like my ducking and everything. It was so bad. And I've gotten better at editing. Hopefully, I believe so. I've gotten better at color grading. I've gotten better at a lot of this stuff. And a lot of my tests, hopefully you can see the quality up in the tests that I've been doing. But I'm trying, I'm learning as I'm going on, right? That's the important part, is that I'm learning and I'm growing as an individual. And when I get into college and I take a film course, I'll just be learning even more. I'll be handed even more resources. Maybe that I'll have to pay for, but you know, that's besides the point. I'll get to that part when I get there. It's going to be a journey. It really is. With how much that I'm learning, how much I'm going through, everything that I'm taking into consideration for each individual thing, and how much care that I'm trying to incorporate into not just the writing, but the filmmaking, the creating, the cinematography, the videography. It was everything that goes into this. I'm trying. I'm giving my heart and soul into, and that's another reason why I didn't really like the World War II one, was because that one, we got lazy in midway through. There were supposed to be a few other shots that we didn't end up filming because it required us to walk up and down a hill, and it was just crazy. And, you know, I'm gonna stop talking about the World War II thing. I've already talked about it enough. But, it's gonna be a process. And as I grow, I hope my actors grow, and as long as does my channel. Because it really means so much to me that this works and that I have my long desired dream career. And just I'm trying. I know I'm not a great actor. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to up my skill in so many things. People, I want to be known as an artist, as someone who can create something that makes people feel a certain way. And that's truly what art is supposed to be. Any sort of creative amalgamation that can make people feel. And, you know, as I try to strive in the greatest emotions you can feel, like fear in horror films, or, spoiler alert, a romance film, right? As much, I try to put everything I can in each one of my films into lighting, coloring, anything I can. And I hope you guys can see that. So that was my equipment, that was my banter, and truly I hope you guys enjoy what I create and what I have to create. I know I haven't spoken in a while, haven't posted in a while, but you know, things happen. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you for listening if you got this far into it. And I hope to do this again. Truly I do. Thanks.